All right, so what am I going to do with my genius car thief, Ricky? I get his mother in. She comes in, very attractive, well-dressed Jamaican woman, and she is 100% defending him. She said that he's made enough money that he's bought his grandparents, her mother and father, a small house in Jamaica, that she's been able to buy a house in Jamaica, that he's made enough money that she can start a small beauty salon in Jamaica, and that in the next couple of months she'll be relocating down to Jamaica. So, I mean, for all of this kid's activities, I mean, he's obviously been helping his family. So I said to her, he's almost 18. He's going to be 18 in like 3 months. I said, if he gets picked up again, because they've picked him up a few other times, they know that he's the master car thief in the area. And if they pick him up again and he's 18, he's not going to go back to the house of correction. He's going to do real prison time. And, the way that these things go, I mean, they're going to look back at all the things that he has done and, that he's gotten away with and the probation and all, and they're going to roll all of this up. He could be looking at substantial time. So both of them are like nodding. They know and they understand this. So I go, okay, I mean, are we in agreement that this is going to end? She says, yes, I'm moving back to Jamaica. I'm going to have my business and everything here. He's got some money saved up, and I'm rolling my eyes. Okay. And he's going to get a job. She says to me, he's going to get a job. I said, well, I'm the one who's going to get him the job, because if he's in this program, he's going to take one of my jobs. And she said, well, whatever job you get him, I'm not worried, because he's going to be successful at every job that he does. I mean, and I'm kind of looking at this kid like, I have no doubt that he's going to be successful in any job that he does. So the mother leaves. I go, all right, Ricky, now, no more with the cars. What kind of a job do you want me to? He goes, no, Bill, I'm going to sell Jaguars. So, here we go. The hell are you talking about? You're going to sell Jaguars? He goes, yeah, that's the job. I'm going to sell Jaguars. I said, you're 17 years old. You can't get a job selling Jaguar. Who the hell is going to hire you? You're in high school. There's no way you're going to get a job selling Jaguars. He goes, yes, I am. So it's another one of these kids basically telling me to, take these McDonald's and these warehouse jobs and, and put them where the sun don't shine. I mean, so I got another kid telling me this. Where he says, no, I'm going to. So there's only one Jaguar dealer in the whole area. So if he's going to sell Jaguars, he's got to be selling Jaguars at this one place. I said, all right, go down there, talk to them, see what they say. So next day he comes back. He goes, yeah, I went there and I filled out an application and they told me that there was no job. I said, okay, yeah. Of course, there's no job. So you're going to take one? No. I'm going back there tomorrow. I said, what good is that going to do? They told you there was no, I'm going back there tomorrow. So he goes back there the next day, he comes back. I said, what happened? He said, well, they told me that there was no job. I said, now what are you going to do now, Ricky? He says, I'm going to go back there again tomorrow. So he goes back there again, and he comes back. I said, what did they say? He said, we're making a lot of progress, Bill, because I went back there again, and they said, what's the matter with you? We told you that there are no jobs, Ricky. There's no jobs. He goes, they know my name. I said, they know your name. Okay, they know your name. They know that you're a pest, a pain in the ass, but they still telling you that there's no jobs. He goes, I'm thinking about this, Bill. So The next day he says, I'm going back there again. I said, listen, you can go back there a couple of more times. They're going to tell you the same thing, and then you're going to take one of my jobs. He goes, Bill, just give me a week, will you? You know, come on. You're talking to me here. I mean, come on. I'm gonna get this job. So he goes back there the next day, and he has a putty knife, and he starts scraping gum off the parking lot, the tarmac. He's scraping gum, and he's picking up papers, and he's pulling out weeds. He has this garbage bag with him, and he's doing all, you know. So he's doing this. He does it one day, and he comes. I said, what happened? He said, well, I was, doing the gum. And I said, well, what are you, an idiot? This is, He goes, no, give it another day. He goes back there the next day, scraping the gum, pulling out the weeds, picking up the papers. This time, a couple of guys come out. He's deliberately doing this in the showroom window so people see him, and a couple of the salesmen go, what the hell are you doing? He said, well, I want to get a job here. I'll take whatever job you have. And he said, what are you doing with the thing? He says, well, I'm scraping up all the gum. I love Jaguars, and I don't want the tires to be having to run over the gum, so that's what I'm doing. They go, you're crazy. You're crazy. Get out of here before we call the police. Get out of here. He goes back there the next day, and he's doing the same thing. This time, they get the manager out. And the manager comes out, what the hell are you doing? We told you we're going to call the police. You're trespassing. You can't be here. You're doing... And he goes into a spiel of how much he loves Jaguars, and please give him a chance, and blah, blah, blah. What happened? He got a job detailing cars at the Jaguar dealership. And every day he had a suit that he brought with him. And after he was done detailing all the cars, he'd put the suit on, and then he'd go up to the showroom, and he'd hang out there, and he starts talking to the salesman, and he becomes friends with the salesman, and he knows so much about the cars that he's helping the salesman sell the cars. And, Ricky was in my program for another 6 months, so... He said that he was going to get a job selling Jaguars, and you know something? Ricky figured out a way how to get a job selling Jaguars. Now, I kind of lost track of him after that, and I'm really hoping that that's all he was doing, was selling the Jaguars and not absconding with the Jaguars. But as far as I know, he did it. But he was a kid who was focused in on one thing. I'm going to get that job. I'm going to get that job. I'm going to get in the door. I'm going to do whatever it takes in order to get in the door. There's only one place that I can go, so I got to impress them there. A very impressive kid. He was determined. I'm going to sell Jaguars. And he was there, 18 years old, doing what he said he was going to do. All right, this is the Bill Fitzpatrick Network. I'm the old man himself, Bill Fitzpatrick, and I talk about, I talk about real estate and careers and personal development, self-defense. So I hope you'll subscribe, and I hope you're interested. See you next time.